Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Woo! Welcome to another episode of Stupid for Dexter. I am Kat, and this is the lovely Miss Dana.
Hi, everyone.
She's our guest co-host, and she'll be sharing her Dexter insight with us. And we are here in the kill room.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. And yeah, so the episode was Nebraska. Interesting.
Yes.
Got a little taste of some very old school Dexter, I felt like.
We've got a little taste.
Little taste.
Little taste.
I don't know. Crew, everybody, producer Mike, Elaine.
Huh?
Hi,
What?
everybody.
Hi. All right. Oh, I should be talking about things. Well, it's a weird toss to me. I'm like, what's going on?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I had another
How are
email coming
you?
in. I'm good. Nobody cares. Yeah, it was an interesting episode. Before we get into that, as always, like us on Facebook. That's where the discussion will continue after the show. We're trying to figure out our schedule. It looks like what we're going to do is, with the holidays coming up and everything, I think Dexter's got, what, 5 more episodes? Is that right, Elaine?
I think
5 more episodes after tonight. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to come back in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
Do after Thanksgiving.
After Thanksgiving, we'll come back. So we're not going to do shows weekly, I don't think, anymore. Although, Kat may do a vlog or a vlog.
Ooh.
And we may ask our religious expert if he wants to do a vlog as well. So we might still be sort of existing. But basically, we're going to come back. We're going to wrap up episodes like every 2 episodes. So we're going to come back after Thanksgiving, and then we're going to do another final episode. So we're going to do 2 or 3 more episodes. We'll figure it out. Exactly how we're going to do it. So if we're missing 1 week, please don't get all pissed. Just go to our Facebook and let's keep the conversation going there. But like I said, I think it'd be fun if Kat just does a little vlog into a camera and talk about what you thought as soon as you're done watching Dexter.
I will, because I'm usually pretty fired up
Yeah.
in good ways and in bad ways after watching
But basically, the thing is, we're all working. We all got jobs. I took a job. I took a second job. I'm working at a shoe store now in the mall.
Oh.
Shoe Town. So it's pretty fun. So I need money.
You fancy,
So,
huh?
so I'm a little busy, and holidays coming up, everybody gets a little busy. We want to keep giving the Dexter love, though. So, again, Facebook is a place to do that. We're going to try to do some kind of audio or quick little video cast as well after each one. We'll see if we can get that going. And then the show will be back, and we'll bring in some special guests as well, as what we promised, as the season progresses and comes to an end. There you go.
That sounds
That sounds
good.
Let's go into
wonderful.
Killer Moments.
Hey!
I stole it.
Wait a
I
second.
totally stole it.
Producer Mike. Killer moments, everybody. See?
All right, you read it better.
This
Fine.
is a segment of the show where we talk about our favorite parts of last week's episode of Dexter, highlights, important plot-moving things, or just things that are funny.
Yeah.
So did you have any thoughts, Miss Dana, or?
Well, I definitely think, I know we touched on this last week, that we should talk about the whole Travis Gellar relationship, or
Indeed.
their, first Quinn and Deb breakup. Now it looks like Travis and Gellar are breaking up.
Oh man, it's that time of year.
I know.
Aw.
It's always around the holidays, isn't it?
It was pretty cute when he came by with all of Gellar's things. He's like, take your things and go. I want to be free.
Here's the pictures and the books and the drawings.
All our apocalyptic drawings that we made together. It was cute.
I know.
Oh, I don't
But-
think it was meant to be cute, but it was very cute.
It was a little comical, which I don't think was their intention.
But that's okay.
But I chuckled a little, I'm not going to lie.
You would, because you're awesome. I know that they've been building this whole universe with Dexter over many, many seasons, and it looks like we talked a couple weeks ago about the ghost dad theory, that Gellar is not real. Gellar is either a hallucination of Travis's, or Travis is just splitting and having like an identity thing. Either way, Gellar's not real, and so we've been looking for evidence to counteract that.
Yeah.
And it was interesting that there was
he gave him, he gave him back his picture of he and the professor, and then at the end, he is like washing dishes or something, I forget, and then he looks at the toast, and I don't have no idea what he's looking at. I'm like, was there like toast burning or something? But no, it's the photo frame of him and Gellar behind the Ray was like the toaster or something, and I
really want it to be like a Telemundo soap opera.
Yeah.
It's like, but
Ray
no.
looks at it and there's a single tear.
I
bet Colin Hanks could do that because he is amazing in this. I think he's incredible in the series, Colin.
He is wonderful.
But yeah, I was expecting a little tear.
No, he's, despite being crazy and doing horrible things, he's still, you really become sympathetic to him. Like,
Yeah.
he's a good person at heart. He's just obviously very mentally ill. Like, just
Yeah.
take your meds and you'll be fine.
Except I did have this really crazy theory, and you guys might all think I'm nuts. But I was like, I wonder if Travis killed Professor Gellar. And now that's his. Okay, Elaine agrees
Maybe
with me.
a little,
okay.
a little.
All right, well, I'm
like
putting it
what,
out there then.
Dahmer style. Jeffrey Dahmer
Yeah.
wanted to
I like
eat his victims to
sure.
Right.
gain their spirit. Very
Right.
Mortal Kombat, like, I have your soul. Like, maybe not like that,
I like
but you know.
Johnny Acid in the chat room. The pic behind the toaster was very sleeping with the enemy.
Oh,
Which I agree. It's like bad, and then I'm waiting for like a cat to jump out. Ah!
yeah. Or like all the like what was it? He was like organized, so all the like soup cans in Sleeping with the Enemy, they were all organized because she kept everything messy. It was totally Sleeping with the Enemy.
Dana, I think your hair's hitting your mic.
Is it?
Where's your mic?
It's right here.
Oh, okay. They're saying your mic's screwed up.
Oh, sorry.
See, this is live, people.
Shoot, can I just hold on to it like this?
They love you. Don't worry. It's not personal.
No, we're good. Just
All
let
right.
go of it. Hold on. Look, there you go. Okay, now talk.
Can you hear me? Am I okay?
Yeah, just keep going.
All right.
All right, well then, I will agree. I feel like I got a little bored with the Travis Gellar, but
Right.
now that I've been playing along like, he's not real, Travis is just crazy. So much more fun to watch, because I kind of imagine what's happening like in front of, you know, the whore of Babylon said she was blindfolded, but it's like, I'm going to kill you for God. No, don't do it. Help me,
Exactly.
so
Wait,
help.
so wait, are we still on the same? What's the killer
Yeah,
moment here? I'm now
This is
lost.
Him like breaking up with
What is the killer moment?
The breakup.
the breakup.
Of Travis
Travis
and
and Gellar.
Professor. Okay.
It was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Moment one.
Yeah. Okay.
Got it. Okay, I was
Fine.
getting
So
getting lost.
speaking of other duos,
Indeed, we have another one. I enjoyed a little moment of artistic imagery with Brother Brian and Dexter, a little American Gothic.
Well,
Yeah.
there-
For
there
those of
we
you who
go.
do not know what
Boom.
that, oh,
there we go.
adorable!
We
Oh,
look
so
just like
cute.
that when we did that
Yes,
right there.
we do. Oh, precious. Which one do you want to be?
I love Brian.
Okay.
And I wanted him more like in more episodes.
I want more American Gothic moments
I know.
like that.
It was amazing because we were talking about this earlier when we were getting all heated up. Like it was really the moments they had together. It reminded me of the old Dexter, and it reminded me
Yes.
why I loved him. Like why the first season was so amazing, and why we got so
Yes.
hooked on it.
Right, he's so just charmingly evil.
Yeah.
And Brian is too, and Brian was always eating and being messy and like, nah, we should
Yeah.
kill everybody. And
Yeah.
it's like, yes, this is what the show is about. Eat Subway sandwiches and kill people.
Exactly.
No, that's fine. I mean, non-brand sandwiches from places.
What?
I just said, never mind.
Yeah.
Well, let's just lost
But
that
it-
endorsement.
but-
anyways,
But are we like allowed to go to our, since we're talking about them, can we talk about the end then?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So when I was hoping like Brian would stay, like I said, but then when he friggin' ran him over, first of all, it was like incredible.
It was
I mean,
pretty.
it had to happen.
It had
but
to,
not
but-
right then. Not at that episode.
I agree. I
You
want more
can't bring
Brian.
him in and then take him out.
I know! And there was so much action, like from the second that Brian got there, the whole tone of Dexter became that black comedy again. Where it was
Yeah.
kind of like that dark, like he's standing behind Deb and he's like, oh, hey.
Well, I just feel like the whole first half of the season has been about Brother Sam and trying to find forgiveness and, you know,
Yes.
Dexter hiding his dark passenger. So obviously Brian, like, literally is the dark passenger in this episode.
Yes.
So he's only there for one. Like, it just felt like there's this, like, leading up to it. Then he makes that kind of switch where he's the dark passenger. And then it only lasts one episode. Like,
I know.
it doesn't make sense.
I would say, I would pinpoint for me the second killer moment would be that moment, like you said, where he becomes a dark passenger and Brian is literally in the car with Dexter
Yeah.
and they're driving, I
And
believe.
laughing.
And laughing and just being maniacal, like, ha, ha, ha,
Yeah,
ha.
shooting guns.
Shooting guns! Oh my God, that was great! They're just like, wahoo!
I have
Let's
to
go
say-
have sex at the convenience store and shoot people.
Because I mean, so Well, I guess I'll get into it now because it's sort of part of this second killer moment of the other pair,
Indeed.
as you're calling,
Right.
tearing up everybody.
Yes.
I felt like it was a very special Dexter. It was like back in the '80s when the sitcoms always have a very special episode, like
Yeah.
in Different Strokes, where the guy was touching
Saved by the Bell
was
when
touching inappropriately touching
Jessica.
them, and Gordon Jump, I believe, who played that part. It seemed like a very special Dexter.
it was very special.
Yeah.
It didn't belong. And Elaine brings up a good point. It almost felt like it was for Sweeps Week. But Sweeps is when the advertisers base their buying on for the next year on this little, 3-week window in November, which is Sweeps now.
Right.
Showtime, though, is not an ad
Right.
network, so they don't need Sweeps. But this felt like a Sweeps stunt.
And
This
you
whole
know-
episode felt like a stunt.
Well, you know what else too? I was, thinking that in the beginning, they brought the ice truck killer back because Masuka's like hot intern
Yes.
sells it on eBay or whatever. So I was thinking that this is more,
Oh, yeah.
there was going to be something that
Right.
came back, and that's why Brian was back, and there was going to be more about the ice truck killer.
Yeah.
Not so much.
But no.
No, it was a very special Dexter. Lifetime presents an after-school special. Don't listen to your dark passenger.
Just run him over.
That's what it is. It was a 1-hour ABC
Run over your
after-school
brother.
special, but
Run over
it was
your
weird.
sociopathic dead brother.
What was
Yeah.
what was your third killer moment?
Well, I mean, I think another person that they brought back, Trinity.
Well, the whole
the-
Trinity
Yeah, the whole
situation.
storyline.
Yeah. Jonah.
Yeah.
They tracked down little psycho Jonah.
Right.
And I have to say, my favorite part, I got really amped up during the confrontation.
Right.
And even though the confrontation, I would say, would be the killer moment, for me, the most hilarious moment of the Jonah was Jonah was waiting to attack him
Right.
after
With
he
the
ran
hook.
away.
Yeah.
And he ran away like a bitch, and he driving away.
Right.
And then he came after with a hook, and he was like a frat boy Captain Hook, like. And it's like,
Exactly.
that's hilarious.
It just seems so ridiculous.
It was
everything.
ridiculous.
Like if I felt like they were bringing, like, yeah, Mike, like it's like Sweeps Week where they bring back everyone because everybody wants to see them, but then they
Right.
like just killed everybody.
I had a lot of trouble believing that his sister would kill herself in the exact same manner
Yeah.
that looked exactly like the way he had killed people, Trinity had killed people in his pattern.
Yeah.
Or that the mother had died in such a similar manner. Like, maybe just because the kids did know what their father did do to people and what the pattern was, but like,
Yeah.
that was a little
on.
like, I really wanted Jonah to have killed them. Like,
Yeah.
straight out Trinity them and like run away and be like, ha ha ha. That would have been great. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen.
So third killer moment was
Confrontation
That.
with Jonah.
confrontation.
Yeah.
All right. That's
That was
it.
it.
That's your
Yeah,
three killer
because
moments?
running over Brian was like at the end.
was-
Yeah,
But
that was-
we already
I would-
talked about
Or
that.
related.
Oh, well,
Yeah, that was a two-parter.
But can we say though Harry did come, because like obviously now they got rid of Brian, he's
I
got to have like the
know.
angel again, and now his dad's back. Wah wah.
Yeah, that's.
So it seems like you're less caring about story and more caring about I love Dexter killing people and being dark.
Yeah. Well, that was the story.
Okay.
I will totally admit I am shallow.
All right.
That's what
Never
I.
a serious drama.
All right.
Yeah.
It was It was.
But the thing is, I
Yeah.
feel like it didn't even wasn't even like I'm not gonna say it wasn't a good story. I was gonna say that it just seemed like I think it could have been even better if they would have spread it out.
Yes.
Like I just felt like it all happened too
Oh yeah,
fast.
yeah, absolutely.
It happened way
That's
too
why
fast.
it's a
That's
very
what I-
special episode.
Yeah.
Right.
It did not belong at all in this season, although they try to make it belong thematically because Brother Sam, and then thematically it got dark. So let's
And
make
I
it dark
liked-
for an episode.
I
So they
liked
thematically
that.
Tried to tie it together, but it was very oddly.
I liked the idea of the dark passenger. It just like lasted for 5 seconds.
I would have loved it if they had gone with it, because then they could be about forgiveness and then turning from the light to the darkness again, and the truth about Dexter's psyche and the truth about
Yeah.
the way he operates and how false the notion of Brother Sam's beliefs being put on Dexter
Right.
really were.
Right.
I don't want sappy like,
I'm
oh,
gonna throw in a fourth killer moment that I really don't care about, but Elaine just reminded me.
Oh.
Quinn and Deborah officially broke up.
Oh yeah.
they did, and I have to say, you know what I hate more than everything? You know what I hate almost as much as Lumen? I hate it when they do the kiss where they like start to bite each other's face. It's not sexy, and I hate it. I even wrote it in my notes. It was like, I hate that. You don't bite people when you kiss unless you think you're a Twilight vampire or if you're really in the heat of the moment. That's not like a sexy leading up kiss that you do. I hate the biting people in the face kiss. I'm sorry. Very angry about this. Thank you, Elaine.
Should have been a tender goodbye kiss.
Sorry, my mic
It was
off.
nothing tender about that.
People are pitching my mic was off. And then the other thing,
Sorry.
by the way, if these guys are under, they got, so Dexter, his Trinity's family got moved.
Right.
Protective custody, right? They moved in the middle of nowhere to protect them from this guy who then supposedly showed back up and killed the mom and the daughter. Yet then they all go away and don't watch the son?
Right.
Really? There's no FBI guys. There's nobody
No
making sure.
psychological
There's no checking. I mean, because Dexter just can walk in the house. Come on.
And that's why I started getting so nervous when he went to visit him, because I was thinking, how are they not reopening the case, or how is?
I thought Dexter was going to get caught.
They're
I was
under
like, they're
protective
swarming the
custody, and
house.
2 of them got murdered.
Yeah.
I'm guessing there could be cops everywhere for the next year and try to figure out what's going on and move this guy again.
Yeah.
When they know the serial killer is back, is what they're thinking.
Yeah.
But let's not watch the son, because
Whatever. He's fine.
It's insane.
Whatever. His dad already murdered everybody. It's fine. He'll get over it.
He survived thus far, so
He did. Yeah, whatever.
Let's talk about. Was there any cool religious stuff we can bring in the Dexpert?
There were,
Anything
there
else?
was a couple things they
Yeah.
talked about Horror Babylon, which I'm sure
Exactly.
I
David
say
knows
we
that.
bring in our Dexpert.
Let's do it. So let's go on to our next segment. It's called Sunday Schooled with David Sanders. Hey, David, are you there?
I'm here, Mandy. How are you?
Called
Oh,
you Mandy?
Did I say Mandy?
but I'm Kat.
Well, it is
Cat.
Mandy, but
But Dana, I remember your name.
Ah, I see how it is. Fine. Well, then, what did you think of the episode, Dave?
Well, that will be your killer moment for tonight. I was last week. When we were speaking about last week's episode. I told you I wasn't going to be able to sleep. Thinking about this episode coming up, and I was kind of let down. I thought they built this up, but maybe they wanted to, since they had so much religious symbolisms last week, they wanted to give it a rest this week. But they did focus in on the Whore of Babylon still.
Yeah.
And I've got this sneaking suspicion that Travis's sister is going to be the Whore of Babylon.
Ooh, that's a really.
Well, remember, Dr. Gellar said, she can't be saved, or something like that.
Crap, I didn't think about that. That makes
And
sense.
so,
Yeah.
and I think that's one of Travis's dilemmas right now, and they're really starting to focus in on that. You saw that Gellar was putting together the alligator heads to form the kind of the beast that the Whore of Babylon's going to be sitting on. And so I did a little bit of investigating on the Whore of Babylon, and it seems traditionally early Christians believed that the whore itself, called Babylon because Babylon was an Old Testament name for those who rebelled against God.
Oh.
And Tower of Babel. When they built the tower, remember they were trying to build the tower up to heaven, and they were going to become like God themselves. And so that's always been a theme throughout Old Testament, and now brought into the New Testament, especially in Revelation, where it talks about the Whore of Babylon. Remember the names on the heads? It says that you said you were trying to see the names that was written on her forehead there. Well, in Roman law, a prostitute had to wear her name on a band on her head. Okay, so, and this is Revelation was written during the time of the Roman Empire. So, if you go down to Sunset, I don't think any prostitutes have those bands on their heads. So there's no names on it. But in the Roman times, they had to wear a name on their head. And so that's why they talk about the mystery name of who the Whore of Babylon is. And Rome it represents Rome. And the beast itself represents the emperors that kept Rome in power.
Oh, wow. So.
And remember what I said about her drinking, about him taking the blood?
Yeah.
Yes.
What did she say? She threw up because she drinks it, which the blood of the saints, which his blood, he considers himself a saint.
Right.
That's right. I remember
They're the two saints.
watching that part of the episode and going, I knew that because Dave talked about that last week. Whatever. Got that covered. But wow, yeah, the grotesque, the idea of drinking blood in general, but ugh, I don't know about that. There was something else I know that I wanted to ask you about having to do with religion. It was, they were talking about forgiveness again. So Dexter is driving away from Jonah at the end, and he tells Jonah to forgive. That was really interesting after he'd gone on this crazy, shooting everything rant with Brian. But
right. But you got to remember, and I think a lot of people seem to forget. We see Dexter as the killer, but we also see that he's killing those who we see in the show as that deserve, eye for an eye. They deserve to have justice meted out to them.
Right.
And Dexter and his brother was even questioning him about that. What you think this makes you feel good just because you're killing somebody who you think should die? And so he said, you just need to kill. Remember, he's wearing black. His brother's wearing. You just need to go out there and kill. I mean, this is the part that Dexter's dealing with now. And that he's fought his entire life. And Brother Sam said that's always going to be there. It'll just be easier to fight it when you let the light in. And so, when Jonah wants to get killed, at that point, Dexter sees the exact opposite of what he saw in Nick. See, Nick wasn't sorry for what he did.
Right.
But Jonah was. And Jonah felt that he should pay for it. Nick said, nobody's going to catch me. It's your word against mine. And so now you have the exact opposite happen with Jonah. And now Dexter's, when he's getting ready to kill him, he has that dilemma again. And that's where Brian starts telling him, oh no, kill him. And so this is the struggle that Dexter is now starting to turn around again. Now he sees that there is light. Okay? There is that chance. He saw it in Brother Sam. He sees Jonah feeling bad for what he did. He says that he's sorry for what he did.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's
so
fascinating.
And forgiveness is the key. I mean, in Christianity, forgiveness is the key. I mean, remember Jesus tells us to forgive our enemies. And all that. And it's a very, very difficult thing for people to understand. I mean, we think, well, why should I forgive this guy? I mean, he's lied to me, stole from me, did this, that, and that's, I mean, think about it in the time when Jesus lived, when it was eye for an eye and tooth for tooth. And I mean, it had to be really radical then to say something like that, because it's radical for us now. And for Dexter, it's very radical.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I always feel so enlightened when I come here.
Exactly. I love this portion of the show. And I cannot wait to see what happens with Travis's sister, because it makes so much sense. And I hope that they do go down that path, because I want to see that struggle now. I mean, not that I want her to die, because she seems like a lovely character, but...
Couple questions. As I said last week, I forgive no one. So let's move on from that.
All right, there you go.
Johnny Acid wants to know, is there a relationship between drinking the saint's blood to Jesus' blood, like in communion?
In the Whore of the Babylon, in Revelations, it is showing somebody actually doing it as a sacrilegious thing, because the drinking of the body and blood of Christ is seen as a very holy thing. The harlot drinking the blood of the saints and the martyrs is doing something to mock that.
Oh, so it's all just
right. It's a mockery of it. The whole thing, the Whore of Babylon, the beast, is a mockery of everything Christian. When you see the names of blasphemies, remember Rome, the Roman emperors always considered themselves divine, and so because of that, that is in direct opposition to God. Even in the temple in Jerusalem, Caligula tried to put his statue in the temple of Jerusalem, and the Jews went nuts. I mean, you're going to do that? You're going to try to put this in our temple here, where there is no other God but He who is, and caused major problems. And the early Christians basically had that same whole idea of that which is very sacred, and so this whole view of the body and blood being very sacred, the name of God being very sacred. And the Whore of Babylon is this thing that it just goes right against everything. And that's why it's the symbol of Gellar and Travis, what they're trying to show. This is what you people are. And we're here as the witnesses to show you how horrible you are. You are the Whore of Babylon.
Right. And that was, Gellar did that whole speech, too, about what was wrong with the world when he was doing, like, the current events, too.
Right.
To just continue to show examples of why it needs to end. Because everything,
Right.
you know.
But Gellar, you know, I mean, for being a professor, I mean, he had to be educated in the sense of history, knowing that, well, you know, like times like this, this is no different than any other time in history. You're going to have people that believe that life is decadent, you know, people that are consider themselves to be holy, that there's a lot of decadence in life. I mean, you see that throughout history, you know. Oh, it's the end of the world. God's coming in because they're all evil. They don't want to point to themselves.
Of course
say,
not.
What can I
That'd be
do?
too easy.
What have I done, you know, to make the world as well? What can I do to make it better? No, it's you. And that's why a lot of people get turned to Christianity. Quit preaching to me.
No, just as long as I can have my big shoes and cheese and wine, I'm very happy. That's the only decadence I
don't think
want.
that's part of Christianity at all.
Well, the wine would be part of it, I guess.
Haha!
If you said high heels, I was going to say the priests, but you didn't say high heels.
But I'm
Okay, Dead Pixel Alive is a question for our Dexpert. The professor said that Travis was chosen by God and had no choice, thus negating free will. You hear about people saying they have a calling and had to go into the church, priest, nun, etc. Does that also negate the idea of God giving people free will? So I'm a priest, I heard my calling. That's not free will, is it?
There's a difference between having a calling and because you have the free will to say, yes, I accept that calling. There's different thoughts in Christianity about this. You have the Calvinist group that believes in predestination, which means you have no free will. God's already ordained. Some people are going to heaven, some people are going to hell, and that's just it. You don't have a free will. You can't reach out to God when, you know, God reaches out to you. In other parts of Christianity, you have the free will, man, you know, being called by God, like in the book of Revelations where Jesus says, I stand at the door and knock. Okay? Well, if he stands at the door and knock, well, I have the choice whether to let him in or not. And so that's the free will, but being chosen by God or being called means that's something that God is saying, look, I'm calling you to do this. But he doesn't say, okay, I'm calling you to do this and you got to do it. No, you have the choice to take that or not, you know.
Gotcha. Well, it's interesting because he had talked about the free will issue, and then when Gellar and Travis were breaking up, when Travis brought over all of his stuff, he said, well, you can leave if you want. You can leave if you want.
right.
So that makes sense since you've been called, but
Right.
it's still your choice.
I think he was, to me it sounded like he was a little more adamant that you can't leave, in a way. He was putting him on you know, right in the fire there, saying, okay, oh yeah, there's free will, but then later on says, you know, basically putting him in a situation, forcing him to make that decision. I mean, and there are people that do that too. Oh yeah, you know, you got free will, but you know what'll happen to you. You know, later on, you know, God will take care of you for you know, turning down His gifts and things like. I mean, you know, guilt is a very, very nasty weapon to use against people.
Gellar's pretty good at the guilt trip. I mean, you know.
Definitely. He's taken a lesson from my mother.
Yeah, he's definitely more Jewish than cult-like.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much, Dave.
Thank you again.
Yeah, that was very enlightening. So that gives me hope to see what happens with the Travis and Gellar, or the Treller story.
Sure.
There you go.
This week on the Treller
This week on the Treller story. Thank you so much, Dave.
Thank you, ladies, and have a great evening.
Oh,
You
you
too.
too. Excellent. So we've been a little enlightened, as
Exactly.
you said. Well, next we should talk about the wide world of Dexter.
Yes.
Where we discuss everything that's going on the
it World
internet
Wide
that we
Dexter,
come up
It's
with.
Worldwide Dexter.
Worldwide or wide world? Worldwide.
Worldwide.
World Wide Web.
Yeah.
Worldwide Dexter?
Yes.
Worldwide Dexter. There you
Oh,
go.
I get it. It's like
got
World Wide Web.
Yes.
Oh.
Hey, there you
If only we had an
go.
opening
It's
for this.
interactive.
I wish we had an opening. Hey!
Whoa.
Look at that.
Ooh, that was beautiful. So on the World Wide Dexter segment tonight, we have a bunch of wonderful Dexter wallpapers. We got them over at we found them at Showtime, but
No, we didn't.
we didn't.
No, we took a lot of time, and I mean Elaine, went all over the web and collected these different backdrops, wallpapers, you can say. And now we're going to put them up on our Facebook page, right? So you guys can make your computers look cool. So we're doing work for you now.
Oh,
Wow.
well,
Pretty much.
beautiful.
Do we have some
Thanks,
of those?
Elaine.
Yeah, do we have any
Let's
to
look
show?
at these. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
cute.
I think some of them were originally from Showtime, right? But they don't exist anymore.
Oh, understood.
So
Understood.
take that, Showtime. It's the
Oh.
web. It still exists, and we can find them.
That's right.
Bold
That's
till
so
you bleed.
cute.
Wow, that was a long time ago.
Yep, that's adorable. I
my
like the bold
gosh.
till you bleed one. I might have to change over my desktop picture.
I thought you should make a Dexter don't give a shit.
I know what I'm doing. Yes, honey.
And Kat
Badger
will also
Dexter.
put a homemade one up.
I will make one. It
And
will
it'll
be
be her
beautiful. You will
cat
love
with
it.
a knife.
With Pixie Belle. It'll be great. Those are awesome. Thank you so much for showing those off. I think
Facebook.com/stupidfordexter.
yes.
We will put those up, and you can grab them for free.
you should like us because we like you so much.
Well, now you're getting carried away. What? I'm sorry, what?
Well, I don't mean to speak for
What?
you.
No, I wasn't paying attention. What?
Oh, excuse me. Well,
Do we have any Skypes? We don't think we have any Skype calls even this week. I think Dead Pixel Live, that was a great question by him in the chat
that
room.
was a
I
great
know.
one. All about transubstantiation. That's right.
Wow. What?
That's in Catholicism when they believe
I'm
that.
sorry, I sell shoes. What? I don't know what you I
It's
don't
when
have time for this.
it's Catholic belief that when you are taking communion, the body and the blood of Christ, after doing, after it literally becomes the body and blood.
Wow.
That's all.
That was,
Anyways, that's just a very
was
long,
impressive.
multi-syllabic word that I remember.
All right. I think, is that it? Are we wrapping up the show?
I believe so. Do we have any
Predictions? Yeah, let's just talk about what you guys think is going to happen the next few
Well,
episodes.
now I
'cause-
think Travis
because
is-
we probably won't be back next week. What it might
That's
be
right.
is you might do a little vlog, but let's give
Yeah.
predictions over the next few episodes up till after Thanksgiving. What do you think's going to happen in the next few episodes?
Well, I'm scared for Travis's sister.
Me too. She's adorable too.
Yeah. She's dead.
She's kind
gonna
of
die.
dead. The cuter she gets, the more dead she is.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We'll see what she looks like next week.
Yeah.
Why? Who's going to die?
His
Travis's sister.
Oh, Travis's sister.
Or
Yeah.
that's
I
how
thought
they're
you were-
gonna find him because it's gonna be in the mid of like him killing her.
Batista's sister too.
Well, here's what they're doing. They're doing
Yeah.
the normal
Yeah.
Dexter thing of, and this happens every season. They're definitely following the pattern of now he knows who the killer is, the killer knows who he is, and there's a 3 to 4 episode chase.
Right.
Right? That's what always happens to Dexter
Generally.
every season.
Yeah.
Yes.
So here we go. Except season 4, which is why it was so good.
But he doesn't really know who Dexter is yet.
No, but you
will
saw that
yeah,
he's going to.
in the yeah.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have their little confrontation.
I really hope that Dexter gets a showdown with Travis and Gellar where it's like, no, I'm not going to give up the apocalypse. Wait, no, I mean, I'm a good person, I swear. And Dexter's like, what are you doing? Even though Dexter does that all the time. I wonder what it was like in front of Jonah.
Wait, so you're still saying he's one? You're still saying he's one person?
Travis?
No, you're saying the professor still doesn't exist?
Yeah, I'm saying
Yeah.
he still doesn't exist.
But they heard his voice. Did we already go through this when I was in paying
Yeah.
attention?
Yeah.
Right, so you're saying it's that.
Yeah.
It's ventriloquism.
We're doing
You're
yeah,
saying he's
psycho
that good of an
moment.
impersonation.
Sure.
You're saying he's Rich Little of serial killers.
Sure.
He's the Rich Little of serial killers.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I say.
If you were a serial killer, what would your 2 voices be?
We gotta have the evil one and the.
I wanna hear
No,
it.
don't hurt
So
them.
you're
Yeah.
that's your
Maybe
second
something
voice.
like-
No, give me a real second voice. You're now gonna kill somebody.
Let's see. So no, don't hurt them. I'm gonna chop you
Yeah.
up.
Mine would be
Like,
like
I don't know.
No,
Yeah.
That's your spider voice. That's what you say
haven't, like-
spiders sound like.
They do though.
If you see a spider.
I hate spiders. I hate spiders so much you don't even know. Wait, what?
Dead Pixel Live says, Rich Little, how old is producer Mike? All right, Dead Pixel, you name another famous impressionist. Go. It's Rich Little. All right, go ahead. Unless you're some horrible Vegas guy. All right, so
Okay.
what's predictions? Keep going predictions. I want to hear what he has to say.
So
John Biner's not.
I really don't know what's going to happen. Something's going to happen to Batista's sister.
Yeah,
Getting older.
I'm feeling that.
Yeah.
Feeling that.
I don't know who.
Batista's
I don't know who Kevin
sister's
Paul
definitely
And
in
is.
trouble.
intern Lewis is creepy.
Casey,
Yeah,
I
what's
don't
going to happen with
I
this
don't
game?
know. Intern Lewis is creepy. And he's making a video game where he's being
Yeah.
like, Dexter. Like,
Yeah,
that's a little.
it's weird.
Marry Me Dexter says he couldn't do two voices coming from different places, unless you knew how to throw his voice. So he could be a Vegas act, is what you're saying.
Yes.
All right.
There's something like because I was always like debating whether or not it was one or two people, but then when that picture frame, like who puts it? Also, like if Professor Gellar was going to sneak into the house, why would he put it behind the toaster?
He likes toast. You know what?
He was making breakfast.
Maybe it's a little like Weekend at Bernie's, where like he's got Professor Gellar like on this giant puppet string, where he's like, "Oh no, Professor, what do you think? Oh, we should plan the apocalypse."
All right.
Like,
Johnny Acid says Dexter has let Travis and Jonah go. I think they will come back to give him trouble. Now here's the
Maybe they'll
interesting
team
thing.
up.
Here's the interesting thing. Dexter let Trinity go, and he still didn't learn his lesson.
I know.
Ooh.
Because and because he let Travis go a couple of episodes ago, Travis then, did he kill anybody or did he just get
he
the,
let the girl go.
Yeah, he only got this girl and he let her go.
Right.
Yeah.
So far it wasn't Dexter's fault that anybody else died. But, I mean, he had Trinity and he let him go. He had Travis and he let him go. He now had Trinity's son and he let him go. This has to catch up to him again.
I really
right?
hope something happens with Jonah, though, because if that was...
I think that was it for Jonah. I'm pretty sure that was it for Jonah.
That makes
You're
me
not
really
going to see him.
sad.
You guys are
So-
wishing too hard. You're thinking too much. It's too difficult of a storyline to bring in. It doesn't. He learned his. The whole point of that entire special episode was for Dexter to go forgive him.
I know.
It was all leading up to that, and now we've gotten rid of the stunt casting. That's all it was.
That makes me so sad.
I'm gonna cry in a corner now.
And Marry Me Dexter says Dexter killed Trinity. Yes, but he let him go. The
Yeah.
one time he let
Which
him go
is
at
why
first,
he
and then he
killed
got
his
back and killed
wife.
Rita, and then
And that's why Rita died.
yeah, he did in fact let him go at first.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else? That's it for the chat room.
I don't have any other... I don't know what's going to happen.
Me either.
Did they talk about Dexter having sex with the underage gas station girl? Dead Pixel Live, of course. That's
Oh,
where we
that
got
was
it.
hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that briefly.
Yeah.
I
He's
mean,
like, hey, my parents were killed.
yeah,
What's up?
Exactly. That was so bizarre.
It was weird, but I also enjoyed the fun where, like, you realize that, being the true sociopath that he is, it wasn't about the sex, it was about getting the gun.
I know, that is what was, like, great about, because the guy, Brian, was like, why didn't you kill her? And then he takes the gun. So it kind of led up to something good.
He's more suave than Brian is.
Yeah.
You know?
Brian's the kind of guy I wish I always had. Like, I was, all my friends were the nerdy guys, and we never got laid, and I'm like, we just need that one bad boy in our group.
Yeah.
You need a
never
dark
had it.
passenger.
You needed a dark passenger, Mike.
Yeah. No.
He's a bad boy.
Oh.
Never had it. All right.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean,
Let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
yeah. That was
I
a
got
lot of
nothing
fun.
else for
All
that
right. So thank
episode.
you for joining us.
Thank you so,
Thank you.
so much for joining
Be on
us.
the lookout that Kat may do special little vlogs or vlogs in her little webcam.
Can my kitty be in it?
Oh, God.
Well, not that, but my cat Pixie Belle Brimley. Someone said on YouTube or something else that they could see my kitty last time. Now, I want to back up the gravy boat. Not only could you not, but I was wearing dance pantyhose, folks. I wanted to address that.
Anyway.
Anyway, on that note.
That's a good cliffhanger before like 2 weeks, right?
Tune in. You never know what Kat's going to show on her
never
vlog.
Yeah.
All right, wrap the sucker. Bring it on home.
All right. Thank you so much to New Tech. Thank you so much to
Tech.
cast and crew of Stealing for Dexter. And we will be back soon.